I'm LaShonda Milner.
I'm Christina Howell. Welcome to Fcso 34 News.
The Week in Review. Now for our news highlights, straight from the source.
On Wednesday, deputies were dispatched to a call where a man with a cognitive impairment had wandered away from home. The family searched for him for 30 minutes before calling us for assistance. A deputy was in the area with an agency drone. He deployed the drone at 12:52 p.m. and was able to locate the man safe and sound 5 minutes later. On Tuesday, October 20th, the Forsyth County Law Enforcement Detention Center will reinstate limited visitation. Visitation was suspended on Friday, March 13th due to COVID-19. Our goal is to protect the safety and health of our community, the detention center residents, and our staff. Each detention center resident will only be allowed one visitor per week, with 2 children with each visitor. There will be a limit of 3 visitors per floor at a time in order to maintain proper physical distancing, and each visit will be limited to 15 minutes. All visitors must follow the posted protocol, including wearing a mask the entire time they are in the detention center. We do anticipate a large number of family and loved ones coming to visit the detention center residents. In order to protect our residents and the safety and health of our community, there will be a limited number of visitors allowed in the facility each day. A free flu shot clinic was offered to the residents of the detention center on Wednesday. Out of the 544 residents we had at the time, 64 chose to participate. The free flu shots were scheduled and administered by staff members of WellPath, our contracted medical services provider. We are proud to announce that Richard Carlton will be joining the Fcso family on November 1st as the Detention Bureau Commander. With more than 32 years of law enforcement experience, and 27 of those years with federal agencies, Mr. Carlton brings a wealth of experience and knowledge with him. Mr. Carlton will be sitting down with us to share stories from his time in the U.S. Marshals Service, as well as his plans for the detention center. Early voting started yesterday, October 15th, and will last through Saturday, October 31st. Any registered voter or eligible individual in North Carolina may cast a ballot in person during this time. Voters may cast their ballot at any early voting site in their county, and voters may both same-day register and vote. This is different than Election Day, where registered voters must vote at their assigned polling place. For wait times at each location, please visit the county website. After hearing a multitude of concerns from our community regarding safety at voting sites, we sat down with the director of the Board of Elections and the Winston-Salem Police Department. Per the Constitution, law enforcement officers may not be present at the polls. However, our deputies will be patrolling voting sites frequently, driving by and checking the surrounding areas to ensure that voters are able to freely vote without fear or intimidation. This week we are on scene with our crisis negotiators and SWAT team as they participate in a joint training exercise.
Coordination is essential among our SWAT teams and crisis negotiator teams. Our teams are required to do continuous hours of training using dramatic role play while sharpening and practicing skills in real-life scenarios. Our SWAT team consists of 12 operators, which includes a female. They utilize an armed rescue vehicle, which is deployed to situations such as barricaded subjects, active shooters, hostage negotiations, dignitary protection, high-risk warrants, and apprehensions.
When the general public needs help, they call 911, law enforcement shows up. And when those officers show up to a scene and they're not quite prepared for that scene, their 911 force is the SWAT team. And we show up, we went through special training, we have special tools and equipment to hopefully de-escalate that situation and help it resolve peacefully.
Our team of 8 crisis negotiators have been trained to conduct negotiations in order to resolve situations with barricaded subjects, hostage takers, and other extreme conflict situations.
Crisis negotiations team here at the Sheriff's Office, we're tasked with responding out to incidences where there might be a hostage situation, a barricaded subject, a suicidal subject, and we're tasked with talking with that subject, trying to bring a peaceful resolution to the incident, whether it be release of the hostages, trying to talk that suicidal person into not going through with it, or if they're barricaded, trying to get them out of that barricaded situation without bringing harm to themselves or anyone else.
These teams are committed to preserving lives and being in compliance with the law. The overall goal is to help those in need and resolve situations peacefully. Christina with our updated trends and statistics.
During the month of September, our Special Investigative Services Division made multiple arrests and seizures. Most notably, they seized $1.7 million worth of meth. They also seized cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, marijuana, THC edibles, a plethora of prescription pills, $27,000 in cash and money orders, and 19 handguns. The Special Investigative Services Division is composed of our Narcotics Unit, Interdiction Team, Tactical High-Risk Apprehension Team, and Task Force officers. Our Task Force officers are deputies who are assigned to work with the FBI, DEA, ATF, and Homeland Security. In last week's Board of County Commissioners meeting, the Commissioners unanimously approved the purchase of the Fcso software for our Real-Time Intelligence Center. The Fcso software will enable us to access existing cameras and video feeds at select public locations throughout the county. This access is with both the knowledge and permission of each camera owner. This access will assist us with not only criminal investigations, but in resolving crisis situations. Many stories are forgotten as the years go by, but much deserves to be remembered. Deputy Spainhour shares some law enforcement history with us.
Forsyth County is steeped in law enforcement history. Sheriffs have served and protected for over 1,000 years. The office of sheriff dates back to the reign of Alfred the Great. The term sheriff comes from the word shire reeve, which was coined back in 1066 AD. Reeve is an appointed judicial official who looks out for the law and order of their shire or county. There have been 21 elected sheriffs in Forsyth County history. Our current sheriff, Bobby F. Kimbrough Jr., continues to raise the standard of what law enforcement in the 21st century should be. If you would like to be a part of a long-standing tradition, join our team here at Forsyth County Sheriff's Office. For more information, go to gofcsonc.org.
It is with sadness that we share retired Lieutenant Robert Twitty passed away today. Robert Twitty retired from the Fcso family in 2008 after 22 years of service. He left a legacy of compassion and harmony, showing those he worked with how to lead with the heart. The entire Fcso family sends thoughts and prayers to the Twitty family during this time. Our brother has completed his journey here on earth. May he rest in peace.
What if I was truly my brother's keeper? And what if I really loved my neighbor? And what if it really wasn't about me, but about we? Where would we be? The possibilities should blow your mind. The power of we, the people. Never underestimate the power of we.
Thank you for joining us on Fcso 34 News, The Week in Review. Truth, transparency,
and understanding.